Welcome to Super Sunday on Sky Sports. Today's fixture sees Chelsea take on Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. Two of the Premier League's finest teams go head-to-head in a clash that promises drama, skill and goals. Absolutely, Andy. It's a big one today. Liverpool are sitting second in the table, Chelsea just behind in third. Every point is vital at this stage of the season.
That's right, Richard. Both teams have the talent to turn the game in a matter of moments. Liverpool's front line is sharp, but Chelsea's midfield and defensive setup could make things tricky for the visitors.
Great insights as always, Andy. Let's see if Chelsea can contain Liverpool, or if the visitors will take control at Stamford Bridge.
Premier League is underway. We have Super Sunday is underway. We do have Chelsea, as Chelsea will play here against Liverpool. Lot to play for and also a lot to fight for between the Reds and also the Blues in this matchup. We know how big this match will really be, and especially of course for both teams are looking for something at the end of the matchup here, as Chelsea will start things first as they're the home team and Liverpool are the away team. And these two teams obviously have been so good they've been, and they are currently sitting in the top four in those Champions League positions. It's good to see within the first few games played of the season. And now the two teams shake hands, ready to go before kick-off underway. And Reece James shakes hands with all the players, all shaking hands and all ready for this matchup. The team for this evening here for Chelsea and also for Liverpool. We do have, for the Chelsea team by the way, we have goalkeeper will be Roberto Sanchez. We've got Chalobah, Chilwell, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Gitians, Neto and also João Pedro for Chelsea. As of for Liverpool in this matchup, we know how dominant this match will be for Liverpool. We know how good they are. Alisson in goal. We've got Eden Mateo, Van Dijk, Robertson and Bradley, Gravenberg, McAllister, Salah, Sabitzer, Gakpo and also Darwin Núñez in the matchup. But anyway, here we go. Up for grabs. Liverpool and Chelsea, they play. And here we go. And let's get the match underway. And now pass there to Reece James. Now to Neto. Neto, good run. Now here's to Reece James. Now Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez. Shot and it's gone wide. Massive chance there for Chelsea. Look at Arne Slot, right, the manager. He knows, obviously, we know he wants to get a result here for this evening. It'd be good if Liverpool can get an away win over Chelsea, of course, in this matchup. We know how important this matchup will really be in terms of, the start of the Premier League campaign, if Liverpool can get a good start in this matchup. Now here's McAllister. Now here's Darwin Núñez. And now all the way now to Mo Salah now for Liverpool. Good defending there for Cucurella there for Chelsea. Throw now for Liverpool. Now Sabitzer. Now Salah. Now Salah's through. Great hold up there. That's a free kick. Or corner, I apologise, corner. Liverpool got themselves a corner here in a very dangerous position here now in this game. McAllister will take the corner. Mateo heads it. Save right there for goalkeeper Sanchez for another corner, by the way. Okay, we got McAllister now will take the corner. Short pass there now to Sabitzer. Now here's McAllister. Header, goal, Van Dijk scored! And the big tree branch of the big tall Virgil van Dijk header into the back of the net. And that's 1-0 to Liverpool in the match. Yeah, what a goal. Superb finish right there for Liverpool, especially for Virgil van Dijk as well. Nicely done as well. Headed that ball into the back of the net. Cross in there for McAllister. All the way right there into the head of Van Dijk. And the goal there has been superb. And there you have it. Chelsea right there are a little bit frustrated. They are. Enzo Maresca as well, especially frustrated after that goal was conceded right there, as Liverpool are got their noses in front. So here we go. And now here's Chelsea. Neto. Running through. Now here's Van Dijk. Robertson. Robertson now. Now Gakpo. McAllister. Gravenberg. Sabitzer. Now Salah. Now all the way here now to gone to the goalie there, to Sanchez. Now Caicedo. Now here's Fernandez. And now is Cole Palmer now through. Has a shot, could have been, but it's gone to the keeper's hands. Now Robertson. Now Gravenberg. Sabitzer. Now Sabitzer now to Darwin Núñez. And now here's Sabitzer. Now here's Cole Palmer. And now here's to again, now Virgil van Dijk. Now Gravenberg. And now here's Sabitzer. Sabitzer now to Núñez. Now Salah. Caicedo. Now Cole Palmer now the ball. Still 1-0 Liverpool, by the way. Enzo Fernandez now is Gittins. Now Gittins now for Chelsea. Now Cole Palmer. Finishes it. And a goal there for Palmer. And that's a goal there to make it 1-0. And straight just before half time, Chelsea have equalised. Yeah, goal from Cole Palmer, their main player, puts in past Alisson into the goal. And nothing's been said right there, obviously, for Liverpool, because Chelsea have scored. And it is 1-1. Now pass there now, Liverpool here. Now all the way to Salah. And now Matteo. And now Bradley. And that's going to be that. The whistle blows for half time, as both teams will go in the break level pegging. And a big rivalry between Chelsea and Liverpool through the years, and you know, having goals between both sides in the break here at Stamford Bridge, as it ends Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1 at half time. And now we are here now into the second half. Chelsea and Liverpool, and going at it now in the break. Now Salah. Now Matteo. Bradley. Salah. Now Sabitzer. Gakpo. Good cover there now. Reece James. Now Reece James now hold the ball nicely here now. Cole Palmer. And now again. Now Neto. Matteo. Sabitzer. Colwell. Fernandez. Now here's Neto again here now for Chelsea. Been a tight game between Liverpool and Chelsea here. Now Neto now in the box. Okay, corner for Chelsea. Chelsea corner. Now cross in the box here now. Header. Gakpo. Now Gakpo now runs through. Reece James. Now here's McAllister. Now nice pass there to Salah. Salah's through. and he scores! And Liverpool have made it 2-1, and away goal extendedly now makes it 2. Brilliant goal for Liverpool though. Onslaugh's happy as well on the touchline. Liverpool have got themselves 2 goals in front in this matchup. What a hit there from Mo Salah. As that's an absolutely wonderful goal there from Salah here, and it's 2-1 to Liverpool. Now here's again Fernandes, now Sabitzer, Salah. Now it's a cross into the box here, head up, no, off the keeper's hands. Now Cucurella, Chilwell, Colwell now, here's to Gittins. Now Gittins is through. Lukaku, Bradley, Salah, Colwell. Now Enzo Fernandez. Now Fernandez here now to Gravenberg. Pass there now to Nunez. Foul. And that's going to be a free kick, by the way. Yellow card for Levi Chilwell. And there you have it. It's going to be now a free kick for Liverpool. And now is Christian Nakunu coming on the field here. Salah. Save. Nunez. Goal. 3-1 Liverpool. And another goal in the 89th minute have made it Liverpool to extend the lead again. What a goal. What a finish. And on the slot is also running down the touchline as well. The substitute as well with on the slot. Because Liverpool extend the lead now to 3-1. I've got to say, Chelsea have been absolutely bloody brilliant. They've been in terms of their last 6 games. They've been unbeaten, challenging with Spurs at the top of the table. But this is a massive big loss if they lose at home here to Liverpool here. And Liverpool's also in good form also as well. You've got to bear in mind about Liverpool. They've been in good form. They only lost to Arsenal on match day 3 of the Premier League. But since then, Liverpool have been unbeaten, and now that will mean that Liverpool will climb above Chelsea up to 2nd in the Premier League after that massive win away from home to Chelsea. And Liverpool fans, of course, are absolutely buzzing. They are absolutely buzzing. And Arne Slot is very happy. The fans are loving Arne Slot as well as manager for Liverpool, and especially how Liverpool performed, of course, in this game. Big result, of course. Unfortunately for Chelsea, was 2nd best for them in the matchup this evening. But the score, by the way, ends as Chelsea 1, Liverpool 3 at full time.
And that's full time here at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool take the victory with a 3-1 win over Chelsea, a strong performance on the road, and they move closer to the top of the Premier League table.
Set pieces and midfield battles were crucial in these games. Teams that controlled possession and stayed disciplined reaped the rewards, while those who gave away easy chances were punished.
And with that, we've seen some telling results across the league. Let's head to the highlights from these matches to see the key goals and moments that made the difference today.
Nice hold up here from John McGinn, all the way right there to Ollie Watkins to go 1v1 to the keeper of Sheffield United, Cooper, and he puts the ball right into the bottom corner, and Aston Villa make it 1-0 over Sheffield United in the game here for tonight. Now, however, another goal was scored for Aston Villa to make it 2-0 as Leon Bailey hits it right into the top corner, and now they extend the lead here by 2 in the matchup, as absolute wonderful strike right there for him, as wonderful goal. And the fans, of course, are getting absolutely buzzing, of course, in the home end as Leon Bailey puts it right in the top corner and scored another goal. But Unai Emery, however, will be very happy about this result, as he scored 2 goals, his team, against Sheffield United. Not looking great this season, absolutely been poor this season. But credit's due to Aston Villa, scored 2 big, wonderful goals, of course, in the matchup to win them the game, as the full-time score here at Villa Park ends as Aston Villa 2, Sheffield United 0 at full-time here this afternoon. A nice counter-attack here for Arsenal, however, as a nice hold-up, just James Ward-Prowse lost control of it, and then Gyökeres there won it back, and then all the way to Declan Rice. And then Declan Rice hits it into the top corner, and now he makes it 1-0 against his former club he used to play for and even worshipped him, West Ham United, and he scored against his former club to make it 1-0. And then Arsenal extend the lead to make it 2-0 against West Ham United. Declan Rice hold up the ball here, looking for a pass here all the way there to Victor Gyökeres. And then Gyökeres here, a little sweaty pass there to Trossard. And Trossard puts the ball into the open net. And Arsenal lead now by 2 just before half time. And then, however, nice hold-up play here now from Trossard. And nice little pass there to Victor Gyökeres. Really ran through here, past a few defenders. And he placed that ball right in the bottom corner. And now Arsenal make it 3 in the matchup here in the 50th minute of the game. And the full-time whistle officially blew here at the Emirates Stadium as Arsenal really flew high and scored 3 past West Ham here this afternoon, as it ends Arsenal 3, West Ham United 0. And then a great hold-up here from Gana Gueye here for Everton, trying to find options, of course, in the matchup, and unfortunately it wasn't to be, as Mateta passed there to Wharton there to Eze, hold up pass there to Mateta hits it in the bottom corner, and it is the goal there to make it 1-0 in the matchup. Great finish right there from Mateta, and now the Palace lead the game by 1-0, and he runs all the way right there to Oliver Glasner to celebrate with him, as now Palace lead the game by 1-0. But however, the whistle did blow at the Bradley Moore Dock Stadium in Everton's new ground, as Everton could not pick up any 3 points against Crystal Palace. As Palace were great, they were, especially Mateta really put the ball right into the bottom corner to get his reward in the game. Unfortunately for Everton, however, the Toffees, they could not get a response back in the matchup to try and get back, make it 1-1 unfortunately, so, or even win the game in fact, as the full-time score ended as Everton 0, Palace 1 at full-time. And Newcastle United got themselves the lead in the second half of the matchup. Lewis Hall, nice pass there to Anthony Gordon, all the way right there to Alexander Isak. Nice pass to Bruno Guimaraes, and then Guimaraes hits it right in the top corner in the second half to place the ball past Sells, as Newcastle now lead the game by 1-0. Great pass there to Isak, all the way to Guimaraes, and all he had to do is hit it in the top corner. And the full-time score at the end of the matchup here at St James's Park Stadium, as Newcastle only scored 1 goal in the matchup. Very boring, very poor in terms of not scoring more goals in the matchup. But however, Newcastle got the win. That's what matters in the matchup. And Forest unfortunately could not get any goal or any response back at St James's Park Stadium, as the full-time score ended as Newcastle United 1, Nottingham Forest 0 at full-time. And Leicester City got themselves that finish in the matchup, as Patson Daka had a chance to shoot against Onana, but unfortunately gone wide. And then Brian Abramo right there for Man United got himself a chance to shoot, and unfortunately that went wide as well. And a corner came into the box, crossing from Fernandes, and a Euro tried to head the ball, but great save and clearance away right there from Leicester's defenders. And the full-time score ended at Old Trafford, as it ended no goals at all between the two sides, as Leicester City and Man United tried to get themselves the goals in the matchup to win them the game, but both sides unfortunately could not take any points from this game as it ended a draw, goalless, 0-0 at full time. Nice hold-up play here from Antonio Semenyo to try and win the ball and try and attack against Fulham's defenders, but unfortunately Fulham won the ball back. And then obviously Piera hold the ball nicely to Robinson. Robinson cut through against the defender of Smith. And then crossing maybe from Robinson. He did very well there to shoot, then rebounded right in the feet of Raul Jimenez to finish that ball into the back of the net, as Fulham now have made it 1-0 in the game. And that's an absolute perfect finish right there from Raul Jimenez, as the score here is 1-0 at the Vitality Stadium here for tonight. And the full-time score in the matchup here at the Vitality Stadium, as Bournemouth unfortunately could not get the job done. And they failed in the matchup here at the Vitality Stadium. But for Fulham, Raul Jimenez was the only goal scorer in the matchup for Fulham, as an absolutely massive one for him to score in the game. And the full-time score between Bournemouth and Fulham as it ends Bournemouth 0, Fulham 1 at full-time. A reckless foul right there from Harry Kane in the box here to give away a penalty, as Leeds United were absolutely gave away a stupid fail, as a yellow card or warning is being given slightly here from Rondon, the former Spurs player in his own right, who used to play for Tottenham a few years back, has took out his old teammate Harry Kane, and now Kane gives Spurs a penalty in the matchup. And then Son Heung-min took the penalty for Spurs, and he placed that ball right into the goal, and it was right in the top corner, by the way. Spurs was absolutely marched in with that first goal, nicely composed in the top corner, and Tottenham Hotspur lead the game in the second half at Ellen Road by 1-0, and Spurs are not having any fun whatsoever after that 1-goal lead so far. A nice little hold up here from Harry Kane, all the way there to Kulusevski. And then Kulusevski found options here to pass it back to Harry Kane, and he hit that ball right in the top corner. And now Spurs are now 2 goals in front in the matchup here, and now the score is 2-0 to Spurs. And then Spurs continued fighting again and scored another goal to make it 3-0. Mohamed Kudus, the Ghanaian forward right here, had a chance to try and score against the goalkeeper of Leeds, and he did that nicely, and now Spurs make it 3-0 in the game. What a finish, and what a superb goal. Unbelievably nice turn there past the defender of Leeds, and he hit it nicely on his foot in the top corner, and now Spurs are 3-0 up to the good here over Leeds United. And Spurs got themselves another chance in the matchup to score another one, and they did that nicely in the 80th minute of the game. Harry Kane ran through past a few defenders, and he hit the ball right into the top corner, and Tottenham have now extended the lead again for another goal. 2 goals in the matchup, as now it's 4-0 to Spurs in the game. And the full-time score, ladies and gentlemen, big defeat for Leeds, heavy defeat for Leeds, as they lost the game here at home to Ellen Road to Tottenham by 4-0 at Ellen Road. Nice little hold up here as Man City got themselves that goal to make it 1-0 in the game, as Messi, nice pass there to Regenda's right here, nice little cut through here, pass there to Messi, and Messi had a shot, best shot in the game in the whole matchup here, and Messi's shot was a save by goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. And that was the only best chance in the matchup throughout the whole game. Big surprise of a Man City though to not pick up a win over Brentford. Brentford were very defensively disciplined throughout the whole game, and Keith Andrews' Brentford were very, very, very disciplined and very, very, let's say, really, really competitive, of course, and resilient to really stop Man City from scoring any goals in the matchup, as it ended here at the G-Tech Stadium, goalless between Brentford and Man City. Nice little hold up here from Brighton Hove Albion to try and get the goal here against Wolves' defenders. But unfortunately, they're great defending from Wolves to stop Brighton from trying to score in the matchup. Great pass there to Loren. Loren there to, obviously, Andre. Andre, 1v1 to the keeper, and a shot, rebounded. Back to Andre again, hits it in the bottom corner, and Wolverhampton Wanderers lead the game here in the first 20 minutes in the matchup, as Wolves lead by 1-0 as Andre scores for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Wolverhampton Wanderers extended the lead and scored another goal against Brighton as Hoover, nice pass there to Larsson. Larsson hits it right in the top corner as Wolves now extended the lead, and that's an absolute brilliant strike right there for him. As Wolverhampton Wanderers, they might be the team not looking great in the last 6 matches of the Premier League, but they've done so well in the matchup to really extend it by 2 in the game. Especially in the first half, of course. Brighton have not been, let's say, much in the game. But however, for Wolves, they've been really sharp in the matchup. And that's what I like to see from, obviously, Wolves. But again, however, in the 87th minute of the matchup, Arias crossing right there to Silva. Silva shoots, save, rebound. And then Larsson got there first and scored another goal in the 89th minute to make it 3-0 in the matchup for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Absolutely superb right there. An absolutely wonderful goal here for Wolves in the matchup. And the full-time score ended here at Molineux Stadium as Wolves were the best team in the game, with massive support as well at Molineux here. Really pumped up the players, of course, in this matchup here this evening, as it ended here at full-time as Wolves 3, Brighton Hove Albion 0.
And now, here are the full-time scores from matchday 7 of the Premier League. Wolves 3-0 Brighton. A huge win for Wolves, dominating from start to finish. Brentford 0-0 Manchester City. Brentford hold the champions. A frustrating day for City. And now, here are the full-time scores from matchday 7 of the Premier League. Wolves 3-0 Brighton. A huge win for Wolves, dominating from start to finish. Brentford 0-0 Manchester City. Brentford hold the champions, a frustrating day for City. Leeds United 0-4 Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs ruthless at Ellen Road, a statement victory. Bournemouth 0-1. Fulham edged on the south coast with a first half header. Manchester United 0-0 Leicester City. Goalless at Old Trafford, boos at full time. Newcastle United 1-0 Nottingham Forest. Eddie Howe's side get the job done with a narrow win at St James's Park. Everton 0-1 Crystal Palace. Palace snatched the points at Goodison Park. Arsenal 3-0 West Ham United. Comfortable win for the Gunners in the London derby. Aston Villa 2-0 Sheffield United. Villa continue their strong form with a solid home victory. Chelsea 1-3. Liverpool 3-0 West Ham United, too strong at Stamford Bridge. A big away win. And at the top, no change in momentum, Tottenham Hotspur remain first, continuing their impressive form. In second place, pushing hard behind them, Liverpool stay in the chase, keeping the pressure firmly on Spurs. Now here's where things get interesting. Crystal Palace jump up to 7th, a massive rise that puts them right in the European conversation. Meanwhile, a tough result sees Leeds United drop to 10th, sliding out of the European spots after a setback this weekend. Down at the bottom, the big story is Sheffield United, who have endured a brutal start. 7 games played, 7 defeats, 0 points. They remain 20th, rooted to the foot of the table. Just above them, a shock drop. Brighton fall to 18th, slipping into the relegation zone after another disappointing performance. But there's good news for the Cottagers. Fulham climb out of the drop to 15th. A huge boost as they look to build momentum and push away from danger. That's all from us tonight. What a weekend! Drama at the top, chaos at the bottom, and everything in between. Join us next time for more Premier League action. Good night.